Hello. I'm trying to figure out where the opposite side of my microphone is. Welcome to Power and Perspective. This is Aaron. Yes, this is Aaron, and I am April. And we share different perspectives and reframe conversations with empathy and humor. And we appreciate you being here. And we love our listeners out there. Chat it up, chat it up. I'm so good at winging it. Oh gosh, I want to sing all the songs. Can I say wing it just a little bit? No. I, oh, Jacob says you have no audio.
Yep, I neglected to unmute myself. Thanks, guys. I appreciate that.
Oh, so what he said was that we pushed our guests. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, so we're winging it just a little bit tonight. We've got some plans, and we may rotate into some other stuff that may or may not be related to a particular event that happened between one team and a bunch of mannequins yesterday.
Right? Oh, for the love of everything holy.
Yeah.
I hope you all were at a fun place so you didn't have to actually watch the game.
I know at least some people watch some of it. Some of the people some of the time.
People on the East Coast were like, yes, I can go to bed early.
Yeah, I can't imagine what that's like, having to deal with all of the late night sports crap.
Not live on the East Coast. I mean, can't live on the East Coast because everything. Can you imagine how late that is? How late football is? 5 o'clock games. Sometimes there's 7 o'clock games, right?
Yeah, it would go into my work.
There. That's insane. Right, insane.
But
we're talking about life on lockdown.
Yeah.
Which sounds so dramatic. And when I made the little picture with the lock, I was like, except when I tell Ayla, I'm like, okay, drama.
Well, I mean, it has to be said that we, and especially you and I, are in a very, very lucky position because, I mean, we get to work from home.
Yeah.
Like, this isn't a huge, massive change, and we don't have significant others that we live with all the building stress among personal relationships and all that. So we are blessed and very lucky in that.
Yeah, we want to make sure that you know that we know that because we're about to be whiny bees.
Yeah. We are very, very in touch with our privilege. Suffice to say.
Yeah.
I think. So I guess the first thing, and it's going to be the thing that probably everybody talks about, the first thing that comes up when people talk about it is, what do you miss?
What do I
Yeah,
miss?
why?
I miss just freaking going to bars and like walking in. I miss not making reservations. I miss breathing while working out. That was always fun.
I don't know how you do that.
It
I
sucks.
uh
And it's all like hot on your face like can you imagine people who are going through the change like where it's like I'm just like sometimes like
the
I can't
the
breathe.
change like menopause? You talking about like having
Yes.
hot flashes and also
Yes.
wearing a mask
Speaking
and
of hot
also
flashes,
working
every time
out?
we come on I get hot. I get excited.
Yeah, it looks like Jake misses bars and
Yeah.
West Coast games, which
And the West Coast games as he should.
yeah.
He probably misses the West Coast games at bars.
And I don't even like I don't know um uh
Are you talking? It's a
I
lock.
just had a panic attack from Kevin. Um
It's a lock.
oh
See? He said it's a chastity belt.
uh
Look, it has many keys. Many keys.
yes, no, that's I don't know if you should advertise that.
I know. I was as I was saying that, I'm like, does does that
You
relate
get a
to
key and
chastity?
you get a key and you get a
Key.
key. Everybody gets a key. Uh wow. So yeah, I the bars thing, I mean, I guess it's something I miss. The reservations thing is something I'm definitely not used to. And I will say that I've relied on other people the 10 times I've gone out in the last year
Most people rely on me.
cuz
Yeah.
I forget. I'm not all about that reservation life cuz I don't go to hicey ficey places generally ever.
Right. Yeah, we just go to bar-y places.
Yeah. I never really think about the only time I ever have to think about it in any other scenario is trying to get into Buffalo Wild Wings on a Sunday for football,
Yeah.
and that's still even no reservations.
Yeah.
It's the Wild West.
Oh, you know what else I miss? Sitting at coffee shops and working because they're not even open.
Coffee shops aren't open. It's just like
Like coffee shops are
drive-throughs.
open, but you can't sit there. You can't stay
Yeah, I
there.
guess that. I mean, I guess. Well, I mean, it makes as much sense as anything else. But
I get so much work done at coffee shops.
really,
Yeah.
wow.
Because at home, I'm talking to you, but also I'm looking at the clothes that need to be put away and like the cat box that needs to be cleaned and like
We'll just make that part of your work
that
routine. Do all the
that
stuff that's
stuff grates on
distracting,
me.
and then
I
roll
would never
into the
get
work
any work
stuff.
done.
Oh, fair enough. That's fair.
Oh, also, I know this is off topic, but y'all, if you follow us on IG, or actually I think I connected. Look at my
To go
microphone.
with her chastity belt, she's got a snowball.
That doesn't make
Just don't
sense.
Google it.
What? Is that a thing? Don't ever Google anything Aaron tells you to Google. You'll be horrified. Horrified.
Miss Dancing. Definitely not something I can relate to.
Oh,
Well, I mean, I guess to some extent.
yes. I miss dancing too. At Stoney's. I don't even think they're back open.
Oh yeah, and that's a big facility too. I mean, they
Yep.
could definitely. I don't know how you do line dancing 6 feet apart, like in
There
like
was
a maintaining.
before the second shutdown it was open and you had to make reservations and you didn't have to dance with a mask on. So now I don't think they're up again. Oh, he said my snowball's so big.
Um,
What did Kevin say about boneless wings? You guys ever want to get the boneless wings but then get hung up on the feeling like it's unmanly to do so? Oh, that's good,
so
Kevin.
this is way off topic, and I understand where he's coming from because there is something very visceral about eating animal flesh off of a
Meat off
bone.
bone.
But at the same time, let's talk about boneless wings and how they're not wings and they're glorified chicken nuggets, and we need to stop this shenanigans.
Agreed. Agreed.
So
I would
stop
agree.
calling them boneless wings. They're not real.
They're just
If
chicken
you ever go
nuggets.
to a place, just order chicken nuggets. They try to tell you they don't have chicken nuggets. Physically assault them. Um, Not
No,
legal advice.
I was gonna say I can't sing songs, but you can tell people to assault each other.
As long as I followed up with that, we're good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. What else do you guys miss? You guys haven't said anything on chat except for we got dancing and bars.
Going back to the mask thing and the sweating, one thing I noticed when I went into Target the other day is that, and this happens in Vegas a lot, and I don't know if it happens everywhere else, where when during the summer, places will have their AC blasting, and you
Uh-huh.
have that distinct contrast between inside and outside. And during the winter, even though it doesn't get what probably anybody else would consider cold here, they have the heat doing the same thing. They just have it all cranked up. So you've got these people running around, and I couldn't even be in Target. My face is sweating.
But yeah,
I'm a face sweater, but
I'm a
it
pit
was
sweater, so as
miserable.
long as we don't have to wear pit masks.
Oh, okay, yeah. As long as you don't have to wear diapers like in the halftime show, but for your pits,
But for my
yeah.
pits.
I'm sure we'll end up back around to that. I miss live music, and I think that that's
Yes, festivals. Good point. Art
anything. I mean,
shows, art in the park.
I'm so used to like every other weekend having
Yes.
something
First
that I can
Friday.
get out and do that would be considered
Yeah.
among the normies as socializing, even though it's not a
Yeah.
social
Well,
experience for
because you
me.
you just walk around by yourself, but you're with other people.
Yes, yeah. I'm
Yeah.
in the company of other people. We can call that social, right?
Yeah. I think so.
Yeah.
That's what I call
I'm
social.
not a xenophobe. I swear. Agoraphobe. Wow, I'm all over the place today. Would that degrade the mask if it's
Oh,
damp? I don't know. Masks are always damp.
concerts, yes. Concerts, music, all the things. You just go to Florida where that one guy had that
Can you?
concert spread all the COVID.
Oh yeah. I was just thinking, can you even imagine being in Florida with a mask on?
Oh my gosh. Even more of a reason not to move to the East Coast. Yeah, that would be like, ugh.
Yeah.
No, it wouldn't degrade it because, right? So it has little holes. So your sweat fills up those little holes, right? There's little microscopic holes in the material, and now your sweat is filling up those little holes, and so less can get through.
Yeah. And not.
You're welcome. I'm a scientist, so what I
So the
say,
swamp stays
you trust.
inside instead of outside.
Yes. Florida's not part of the East?
Don't. He's confused. Don't listen to him.
I don't know geography, but yeah, and then the COVIDs can't get out. They can't get in either.
Like they're the little the mucus things from Mucinex. Like they're trying to
Yeah.
get out, and
Yes.
they're filming a
But they're
commercial, filming a commercial inside your
they're
mask.
circle and spiky.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
my blue
Not
ball.
all. Yeah, not all subvisual biological things look the same.
No. Okay.
They have way too much
I
freedom
like
there. Settle down, Kevin.
where in Florida?
Yeah, yeah. Things are crazy. A little crazy in Florida, because I will say there was an incident with the former Libertarian vice presidential candidate when he rolled into Florida to have an event at it was a Cuban restaurant, I believe, and the cops showed up in force to shut the whole thing down.
Because there were too many people?
It was very unclear, and they were trying to make every accommodation with the
Oh.
police. But as you know, police are not. That's not. You don't have court on the side of the road, right? So they
No.
have an order to shut the place down, and then that's
Wow.
it. Like there's no more conversation. Like it's being shut down. Yeah, it
Interesting.
was.
But Disney World is open,
I mean,
which also brings me to how we forgot to say we missed Disneyland.
yeah,
Disneyland, people. And don't try to go down and go to downtown Disney and think it's going to be like the same. No, it won't be. Also, okay, Stephen. Also, Carrie says she misses seeing people's faces. I would have to agree.
yeah. As somebody with I mean, I don't have a formal hearing disability, but People who
I
talk to
think
me
it's
know that I mishear shit all the time.
I read people's lips all the
Yeah.
time.
Just confirmation of what's going on,
Yes.
and you don't get the, and I mean, I've dodged a lot of bullets not having to actually talk to people, but like not being able to see reactions and stuff. If you were dealing with
Yeah.
strangers or in a high stress situation, even to not be able to get that
Yes.
feedback would be horrible.
Like I'm not totally autistic, but I mean, I wouldn't take myself off the scale at all.
Yeah. Yes.
So I'm like, wait, was that really was that funny or not funny?
Yeah. That's,
Yeah.
I'm glad we're not in that scenario at all. Yeah, which actually I guess leads to the next thing we were going to talk about is what we don't miss.
Okay, this one I've been waiting for because I want to put out like a petition or something. Please keep the dots at the gym. So in classes, there's now dots that you stand on. It used to be a freaking free for all. Like you could be standing like all up on me and stuff.
Yeah.
Like now there's dots and you stay at your dot. Keep it. Keep the dots. I'm praying. Keep the dots. Also keep the dots in lines when you're waiting in line. You know those people are all up on your butt, like in line. Like where do you come from that you don't leave a bubble, like when you're standing in line? Keep the dots. Let's. Oh, that could be another
But
shirt we make.
but
Keep the
lines are
dots.
so long now. Like I mean obviously not, they're the same length, the
They're
same
not
number of
really.
people, but when you're trying to get
Yeah.
through a store and you've got lines that are dragging through aisles and stuff.
It's worth it for the dots. I'm willing. I'm willing to go around
I
to
definitely I
keep the
definitely
dots.
don't think I can agree. The gym thing, I mean
Oh,
I mean I understand. When I used to do hot yoga, for the hot minute I did hot yoga, it was uncomfortable, especially in that environment, but also you have the mats as kind of a personal
a bear. Like
space.
this is your space.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. Yes, Jacob, for the dots.
How am I going
Put
to
on
rub
the
up
front
on
we put
women I've never met? Kevin's got a good point.
oh
I mean,
do- does he?
yeah, fair enough. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I don't
Kevin, we do not condone rubbing women you've never met. We probably don't even condone rubbing women you have met.
Yeah, and hopefully your wife's not watching. So I don't know. I
Yes.
mean, I definitely understand the gym thing. I don't know about the yeah, like Steven, except at the supermarket. Wait, I don't know if that's rubbing or
That's a lie.
dots. Never mind. I don't know if I'm in the line situation with you. I don't know if I can support that. People already take up too much space.
Really? I like it. I like it. He said it's not a sexual thing, it's a good luck Buddha thing. Tell tell that to the police.
Actually, don't tell that to the police. Never talk to the police. Uh,
Without your camera out.
yes, yes. Always film the police. We'll have to have an episode on that at some point.
I think we said it before. What else? What is the question again? What don't I miss?
Yeah, I think, and to your point, I think a petition needs to be had, but I think we need to have instead of having casual day at work, we need to start having pajama day, and it needs to be 5 days a week.
Yeah.
Um,
Fan. Yes, I'm a fan of working from home. I do not miss going into work. Well, I miss it a teeny bit.
I mean, I miss like having my coworkers be in the same room so we can have
Mhm.
conversations about shit that's going on. Because sometimes I can be in a pretty high stress environment where things are trying to get coordinated between multiple people, and doing that over typing chat, especially with people
Oh.
whose typing skills are not
I just meant I
A1.
couldn't run to the next office and gossip.
Oh, so the social aspect of work. But do you have an
Yes.
office job right now?
This is not the point. I meant when I did
Well, I
have
know.
an
I was
office
just
job.
I'm curious. I don't actually know, so I'm just generally curious.
Oh yeah, nobody really knows what I do and how I do it. Yeah.
Oh, so
No, I
you're
do not.
rich.
Like even if did you say I'm
Yeah,
rich?
because I mean that's usually the answer you get is, nobody really knows what I do, or I'm a consultant.
Yeah. Let's just call me that. No, if this was regular times, no. I would still not be going
Oh,
anywhere. I
okay.
would still be working
Fair
from home.
enough. Kevin's asking me if I work overnight at home. Yes, I do. From this same chair, looking at these same screens. And I will say that I will not miss being stuck in this chair. I mean, and technically I'm not stuck in the chair, but after an
Yeah.
11-hour shift
Really,
and then
you're
doing
not technically like glued to the chair.
well, I mean,
Really?
having responsibility, like the things I put on
I know what you mean.
myself. Like if I'm here chatting with people, I could be out doing something else. But
Yeah.
an 11-hour
It
shift
feels
plus
you
show
feel more
prep,
guilty at home.
yeah, definitely, definitely.
Yeah. Like if I'm chitty chatting with someone in chat at home, I feel guilty about it. But if I was in the office, we could chitty chat for like an hour. I'd be like, whatevs, I'm at the
Yeah,
office.
yeah. And sometimes I talk to people who aren't at work with me just while I'm on shift, and I mean, considerations must
Yeah.
be made and work must be done. But
Yeah. Oh, Willie has a point. I don't miss traffic. Oh, we're not on I don't miss. We're on I do
don't
miss.
know.
I
We're on
won't
don't
miss.
miss. Yeah,
I don't
yeah. We
miss.
don't miss crowds at stores. People
Yes.
up on you at the gym. And yes,
There is
I must
less
say,
traffic.
outside of the context of the lockdowns, I don't ever get on the I-15.
True. Because that's not how you go to work.
Well, and if it was, I would go around because
You would have to.
I don't
Have you
have the
ever
energy
tried
for
to
that.
do
Yeah,
that?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, because every road that you try to go around on is just as busy.
Yeah, but I don't fear for my life
Oh. You can't. How do you fear for your life when you're not moving?
on the
Because they're
15.
like, uh,
People like
you're like
the
this.
the way people drive on 15 is just I I don't even have words.
Can,
It's insanity.
can we just say, I feel like it's important to say traffic in Las Vegas, in case for those of you who don't know, we live in Las Vegas. Traffic in Las Vegas, people say, people in Las Vegas can't drive. Shut your faces. All you people came from other places. These are not Las Vegans driving. These are people from all the other places coming together. We drive just fine. You people need to stop coming here and driving like crazy
Uh,
pantses.
I think everybody drives like shit.
That's true. Except
We'll
for
just
you.
put
Like,
like
that's what everybody thinks.
65%, and sometimes I do. Most of the time I try not to. I probably piss people off because I always drive in the right lane. And as we've discussed, I don't go over 5 over the speed limit. And most of the time, actually, I don't. And I've been checking myself every time I go driving now, thanks to the whole
Ever since we
conversation
had
with
that
Kevin and
conversation.
everybody calling me out. And I really don't even really go 5 over unless traffic is going.
Yeah.
So if I'm in traffic, I'll end up sitting it. I have no reason to speed. As you
Yeah.
know,
Unless you're
I show
late.
up early to everything. I always give myself too much time. I'm never in a hurry.
It's because you don't have children.
Th-
Whenever I have the
That's
kids,
true.
I'm late. When I don't have the kids, I'm early.
Yeah, I've had that issue when I've been in
Jacob,
relationships. So I guess
yeah.
yeah, we could call. I mean,
When there's another
girlfriend, children.
person.
I guess it's all kind of the same thing. Um,
Jacob makes a good point. I don't miss spending extra money. I have
oh,
saved money, I would think. I would
I
say.
have 1,000%. On the flip side, though,
Yeah.
I'm also sitting in front of Amazon at the easiest store in the world, 24 hours a day.
It, true. But I don't order a lot off Amazon. Order only when I'm desperate.
Yeah.
Because you're supporting big business.
Yeah, and some of us have bigger issues with that than
I know.
others of us. And I'm all about, I mean, don't misunderstand, I'm all about supporting local. I mean, I have my favorite
Oh,
local breweries and I even have a local tea and spice shop that I go to
oh, true.
exclusively.
Yes.
So I mean, the problem is and what I found, and after we have conversations like this, I always go out of my way to check if I'm looking for something. And there's
If you could
a
get.
perfect example recently of something that I was trying to order, and I tried to find it locally. Oh, I was trying to get a camp chair. And the camp chairs that I have are all the beach style, real low to the ground, real compact, because I do the kayak camping thing. So I went to Bass Pro, and I was looking to spend some money. Like I was not looking to just get something cheap. Like I want to spend some money,
Yeah.
get something good. I went to Bass Pro, went to REI. The only chair that I could find was $280. It's like I ain't trying to do that. No,
Right? That's
not no,
excessive.
hell no. So I ended up coming home and finding a chair that I wanted and ordering it on
Yeah.
Amazon because I couldn't get it locally.
Yeah, I get that. I totes get that.
And that may be a
Especially.
Vegas thing too, because we don't have a lot of diverse smaller businesses here.
Oh, really? I thought people came here because it's good for small
I
business.
think people come here to get jobs, but
Oh.
I mean, I'm pretty sure 90% of the city works in some way for the casinos.
Oh, that's
Because I
true.
noticed that when I was doing IT, is that like even like we had a sheet metal client, I would go and they're building slot machines, and then there's the business next door that does powder coating, and they're doing powder coating for all the stuff being built for slot machines. So down on and on
Yeah,
and on down the
it's
line,
all
and then at
revolves.
that point, I'm supporting the casino industry by doing IT for those businesses that
Yeah.
are so. Yeah, I haven't seen a lot
Did
of
I ever
small
tell you my glue
business.
story?
No, hit me.
I wanted to buy glue, Elmer's glue. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna go to the local art shop. They had a gallon of Elmer's glue, $35. I was like, I stood there and I got on Amazon. You know how much Amazon would ship it to me for free?
How much?
Everything, $11.
Wow. For the same
I'm like,
exact
dude, you
product?
people, what?
This
Yes,
wow.
same. Elmer's brand glue gallon.
Wow.
They could have bought it from Amazon, doubled the price, and still charged less than
That's
that.
interesting. But I mean that's
Right?
it. That was at a craft store?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
So they
a
don't get a lot of
uh
business.
yeah, I don't know. I think we might see a lot of that going forward
We
too.
can only try.
As people start to shop more and more online, that we might be
Right.
discouraged. And small businesses are probably going to be an exception to this. So maybe we'll see chains start to fall and we'll see more small business pop up.
That would be
It
nice.
would be
I would
nice.
like that.
Yeah. Yeah, and Monique brings up a good point as well. Stress levels from not commuting. When I do hit work, it is at a far lower initial head biting level.
But there's a lot of mental health issues
That's
occurring
true. Yeah. On top of that,
because people, yeah, and people are trapped in situations. Like I always think about, I don't know if I've said this on here before, about the kids who aren't, who school was like their refuge. Like school was where they weren't getting beat and where they got fed and where somebody cared about them. But yeah, if you pay $15 an hour, glue will be $33. Oh, if he's talking about when you pay people, what is minimum wage?
oh yeah, yeah. We'll have to
We
do.
got that coming to you.
Yeah, we'll do a separate episode on that. Um,
That's coming.
guest starring Milton Friedman. Uh, just to bring it all back around there. Um,
Where we at?
yeah, and I mean, if you're stuck in a bad situation, again, heavy privilege on our side here, is because we're definitely in control of our circumstances, and we don't
Yeah.
have bad. And I mean, that could be anything, kids, even with spouses and stuff. If you're in a bad situation, to have that getting out, like, and having fewer options
Yeah.
would be miserable.
Right? That's why I think divorce, didn't they say divorce rates are like spiking because people are stuck at home with their spouse and they're like, "Oh my God, I actually don't like you."
Yeah, yeah, and it's sad.
Interesting. It is sad.
It's sad. Are you accusing? Are you
But that's all
wait? Hold
because
on. Are we accusing? Who is it that makes the glue?
uh
Elmer's.
Elmer's.
Are you saying the Elmer's are rent seeking there with their gallon
With
of glue?
their glue
is
barons.
is that
He's a
the
ghoul.
insinuation there, Stephen? Just to make sure that I'm
Ghoul
keeping
barons.
up with you. Oh my god.
Oh, now it's gone to horses.
All right.
Jacob
All
says
right.
horses.
We got to move fast here. Got to move fast. Um
Next one.
So what?
Bring it
How
out.
about things that we're doing differently as a result of all of this? How are we adapting And
I
what's
think people are
different?
washing their hands more, which I'm a fan of.
You really think? Oh, are you? Are you a fan of people washing their hands more?
Not, 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 oh golly bolly, not sanitize, not hand
Okay.
sanitizer. Just washing your
Yeah.
hands.
Well, and having better technique now. I mean, now that we've been
Yeah, but
very
you used to have
heavily
to teach that in
instructed.
school,
Well, to be
right?
fair, you also have to teach not talking when somebody's talking around you in school too, and not screaming in
True that.
hallways.
Yes, true, true, true. Which is all we don't want to get into that.
Yeah. Oh well, Jake's been carpooling a lot. Again, going back to saving more money and
Yeah.
maintenance, seeing as cars aren't investments. Hashtag cars aren't investments. Uh,
What do we do? What was the question again? What are we doing different as a society or as a person?
yeah, I think that's correct.
Okay. I I think well people are having virtual meetings, which I'm a huge fan of.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure we've talked about it. I'm sure everybody has talked about it. How pointless
Yeah.
meetings are, or not even. And I don't really want to say that meetings are pointless, but having a 2-hour meeting for a 10-minute conversation, moreover, is the "what are we really doing here, guys" moment.
That's very different and I don't think that's changed. Do you? Whether it's in person or when you like could this meeting, this is what you say. You say, I'm gonna just make up a name. Like Bob. Hey Bob. When you really think about it, could you have communicated this in an email?
Well, not if he wants
That's what you have to
feedback.
ask yourself.
Oh god damn it! Now Kyle's supporting you. I'm totally against this
That
email only situation.
not email only. You just say, could really, in my heart of hearts, do I think I could properly communicate this information through an email? Oh, Tease is right. We have changed like our work attire.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Still casual Friday every day, and pajamas count,
Yep.
but no
Yep.
tube, no
I
tube
even show up to
tops
meetings with
or
I
whatever
show
the
up
hell
to meetings
Meredith
with
was
like a
wearing.
hoodie on.
Yeah, I mean, I'm
Yeah,
here.
this
We
is
are
not
right
a
here.
meeting, but
Well, I'm leaving here and going straight to work, and by going straight to work,
oh,
I mean going straight to work.
you mean clicking the other
Yes.
button? Oh, speak of, did you see my shirt? I will show you all. Can you read it?
Oh, nice, nice.
You like that? It says, "Thank you for not discussing the election."
And I appreciate that you don't have a porcupine on there.
Oh, that's
So you
true.
only want to have conversations with libertarians and greens about the election.
Dude, it is literally the reason I would be a libertarian. Who wouldn't want a porcupine as your mascot? That's
I think it's a
genius. That's genius
I think it's a
marketing.
wildly strange philosophy that you're leaning into there, but
You know that's how I choose things.
yeah,
Like,
that is fair.
yeah.
We need to end up having a whole conversation about your path to liberty and how it is that you got where you are.
How it is that I've chosen the porcupine.
Yes. Buy stocks and PJs? Yes.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of, I always thought that people are talking about buying stocks in like Purell and stuff like that. Who makes plexiglass? Dude, they've got to be killing it right now.
Yeah, I don't. That's a reasonable question. I'm sure probably 3M is doing pretty well, um,
Yeah,
but that's the best I can come up with. I'm not.
I don't know.
Yeah, but 3M
I think
also
I
always
started
does well.
Googling it one time and then got disinterested.
It's pretty easy, and
That happened.
stock is dumb. People who engage in stock transitions are largely irrational, so I don't. As we've seen,
Yes.
as we've seen,
Yes.
you can't really tell what's going on. So here, yeah, ay 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 ay.
So what else do we do differently besides we have to make
Well,
reservations for
I'm
restaurants?
ordering food from home way more often than I should.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that. Like,
Way more often than I should.
dude, Bluefin has a special 50% off sushi if you pull up to the door and they just bring it out to your car. So bad. I won't say we eat it a few times a week. Like,
sushi a few times a week. Oh, I guess we're stepping up our privilege game here.
Well, you know I'm rich.
That's what I've heard. I mean, that's what happens when you have 14 jobs.
14 jobs, half that don't pay anything.
Well, you know what happens.
Oh,
You gotta give before you get, right? You gotta prime the
yes,
pump. You gotta have faith and believe. There,
of course.
there's
That's
my
what I'm all
April
about.
moment. Tip well, yes, and that definitely needs to be said because all of these people are in the same position. And aside from any philosophy I may have on the nature of tipping and if it's the right way to handle things in life, yes, tip your drivers well.
And I usually tip well, but I tip with like even more intent now. Not that my intent matters to the person I'm
Yeah,
tipping, but it's like a thought process that I think that many people might have changed.
yeah. Well, and it's hard, like especially when you see the variance in uh, delivery drivers' methods. Because I've had food show up at my door with like a little package with like a thank you card and mints in it.
What?
So it's like when you get in an Uber and they're like, "Oh, do you need a charging cable? Do you need water? Do you need gum?"
Yeah.
As opposed to you get in and then have somebody tell you their life story and bitch about their circumstances, like that spectrum. Where sometimes like
Yes.
I don't even they don't check the food. There's no sauces. I don't personally let that impact my tip because there's nothing I can do to be
Well, I
clear
don't think
about
that's
it.
their fault.
Well, they should be checking the order in some cases, and
Uh,
then
Is
people
that their
going above
job?
and beyond. I mean, I personally feel that it's their responsibility to, whether it's in
Yep.
their whatever or not. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. Yeah.
Some
You guys ever order
people,
Chinese food and then play that everyone was kung fu fighting song while you eat it? What in the name? Why are you screaming? Somebody needs to find
yeah,
his caps lock. Goodness gracious.
Caps Kevin is screaming.
Some people take their
Some
jobs.
people
Oh
take
god.
their jobs
Good.
regardless of what it is, seriously.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's the hustle, man.
That's yes.
That's the hustle. And that's the hustle
Well,
that helps
and
you be comfortable in
this
life.
isn't about COVID, but like most professions, like if I go in and I just like do the bare minimum, I'm like a rock star.
Yeah.
Like, dude, this is just the job. Like
Yeah.
that's it. That's where most people are at now. But also, we work too much. And that gets into the whole like masculine energy slash separate space patriarchal society.
Well, except that we don't see that in Western Europe, who arguably suffer from the same situations.
Don't they take a break in the middle of the day for a siesta?
Yeah, or I mean, this is not Western, but also we could say the same of the Far East, is that they're off for a month for the Lunar New Year. So where are we at?
Dude, screwed. Like, it's rude.
This is a uniquely American thing. Like this isn't about anything more
Yes,
than
that's what I'm talking about.
America.
Yeah, yes. 4-day work week. I agree, Jacob. Yes. Now everybody has that song in
It's
their head. Yes.
yay. Jacob Buying and the Yang Gang here representing.
Now you know it's up to you whether or not you want to do just the bare minimum. Yeah, I never do the bare minimum, which is why I'm rich.
It always is. It always is. People don't have, and I mean, I see this a lot in tech, is no sense of urgency, where it could be
Yeah.
argued that my job in particular right now is all sense of urgency. Like it's sense of urgency, consistency, and then knowing and doing shit. Like those are the first two
Yeah.
things you have to have, and then everything else you can wing, and it's fine. But those seem to be difficult measures to meet.
Concepts for people to grasp.
Yeah.
Yes.
Which makes us exceptional. We're exceptional people, but that's also why we're here, right?
Yes, because I'm supposed to be the pompous
Oh
windbag.
yeah.
We are exceptional people, but so are all our viewers. So like One time we're gonna have to get someone non-exceptional on. Like, how are we all exceptional people gonna get the perspective of someone non-exceptional?
But if we're taking our mission statement here and being honest with it, can we actually get someone who's not exceptional? Do those people exist, or do they just exist in a different frame of mind?
Or are they just exceptional in different
Yeah.
things? Like, have you seen that meme where it's like got the fish and the bird and the monkey and says if you ask a bird to climb a tree or if you ask a fish to climb, I mess this one up every time. If you measure a fish's ability to climb a tree, oh, come on, people, this is a thing.
We're with you.
You don't know what I'm
No, I'm
talking
with
about?
you. I've never seen this
Oh,
meme,
okay.
but I understand what you're saying.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah. Like they just have different, they're exceptional elsewhere. They might be exceptional nappers.
Yeah. Which I can easily
They,
say I am not. I am not an exceptional
I,
napper.
I also am not an exceptional nap. Yeah, don't judge a fish by its ability to climb a tree. Thank you.
I mean, that like
That
specific
pers-
thing I do all the time. That's why I always put little palm trees in my aquariums.
just,
Like that's specifically why. Like I have conversations with the fish all the time about. I don't have fish. I don't have an
you're like,
aquarium. I don't know what the hell's going on.
you're like, how come you're not climbing the tree better, dude? Like, let's practice. Somebody said Kevin is
Yeah,
non-exceptional.
we've got Jacob throwing shade. Oh, and
Shade.
Steven too. Kevin is already on here, and he's taking exception with that, as
Oh,
should be
Lordy.
expected. Man, this really is getting
What's
out
the
of
next
hand.
thing?
So, as we progress, so it's 2021, right? And all anybody could talk about is how 2020 was still awful, even if you ask Super Bowl commercials. Which is if we didn't know. Like, do we need to be reminded already? Like, talk to me in 20 years. Let's talk about it. This,
Yeah, too soon. Too
yeah,
soon.
this new normal, and everybody talking about things going back to normal. What do you think that we're really looking at as far as what our lives could say? We all get vaccinated, right? What is life gonna look like moving forward, and will we see a significant shift in the way things are then versus the way things were in 2019?
So I was thinking about this. This is sort of what you're talking about, but on a little dramatic because So I always think of like those survival movies, like I could do that. Like I could survive. Well, first we just go to mom house because she has a box of alcohol
Don't
just
tell
for.
anybody that.
Oh shoot, no, mom is not a prepper. anyways, so like, and then I was driving down the strip on the way home, and I was like, if the world like ended as we knew it, I would miss walking the strip. Like I would miss those things. I love that.
We need
I
to
know
get
it's
you off
very
whatever
like,
drugs it is
no, I do not
that
have
you're on,
drugs.
because
I do
that's
less. You don't like walking the strip
no 0%.
or going downtown?
I mean, I like being some specific places downtown. I do not like
Yeah.
being downtown.
Oh, I do. I love it. So I would miss all that. So I started thinking, like, what if it doesn't come back? Like, what if things don't come back?
Steven, take a
Stop,
breath, bro.
Steven, wrong episode.
We'll
Wrong
circle back with
episode.
you next week for all your shenanigans. Tentative. No promises here.
Yeah. So I hope it comes back. I hope that masks don't become a thing. You think of like when you see China, they wear masks all the time. I'm
Yeah,
not
some people
down.
wear masks.
I'm not down.
Yeah, I'm definitely not down. I'm not down for that at all. I don't think as far from a from a personal like risk assessment situation that I feel it's justified.
Yeah, and a
Granted,
human evolutionary perspective,
yeah, that's true. Yeah.
we're not meant to walk around with masks on. We're not meant to do that.
I mean,
I
everybody's
guess
seen.
we,
Well, maybe not everybody, but everybody should have seen Bubble Boy at this point.
yeah, vaguely recall that
Really? You need to go back and watch it. I mean, it's got Jake Gyllenhaal in it.
approach.
I
You
mean,
keep are is anyone else see Aaron flittering?
I just see you right now as well.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna check, do a quick health check here. So
Quick
go ahead and
check, check.
vamp.
Yeah, you just
Good,
did it
solid
again.
vamp.
Maybe it's me.
My connection appears to be good at the
Okay.
moment,
Oh,
but
maybe it's me. Yes, totally, Katrina. 2020, 2020, 2021 was a good reboot to appreciate all we took for granted. And big shout out, amen to that.
yeah, I mean, it things will not be the same. 100%. What that means, will remain to be seen. But I think we definitely have seen, like, even like going to work for some people. Some people can't go to work, and can't do those things and are struggling and will continue to struggle going forward. And the way we look at the role of, I'm trying not to get off topic here, of government in our lives and things, and just having a
Yeah,
different perspective about that, to say, hey,
I
what
think
what
that's
is it
an
that we should
important
be
part
able
of
to
it.
do, and what conversations do we need to have to make sure that, if you do own a small business, you're not getting shut down, even though
Shut
you're next
down.
door to a Walmart, as you watch people flood in
That's
by the
open.
thousands. Yeah.
Yeah. Or like the farmers market that's shut down, but people can go in Walmart.
Yeah, and
Ridiculous.
open air farmers market, on top of that.
Yes. It doesn't make any sense. And I get it. I wouldn't want to be them either. Yes, Steven. Steven says cavemen didn't wash their hands. Washing your hands is an upgrade to health. Masks are just part of the progression. Disagree. I respectfully do not have your same perspective. Did you see how I changed my language? Because I was about to go off.
Well, and we were just talking about this, to Steven's, maybe not to Steven's point, is that we have been extending life for so long. At what point does it become counterproductive to extend life for the sake of extending life? And I know how
Hmm.
that's going to come off, because I have these conversations with people all the time, and I get accused of a lot of horrible things, which may or may not be incorrect. But we were talking about the game last night. Bruce Arians is tied for the oldest head coach in Super Bowl history, and his mom was there at the game.
Yeah.
Was
That's
at the
old.
game. Yeah.
Yeah.
Here, let me see how old Bruce Arians is.
Yeah. So that's crazy. And I agree. Like, I
68
think,
years old.
and his mom was there.
Yeah.
So she could be 88.
That's true.
It's not that old, right? I don't know.
I mean, I guess depending on, perspective.
If
Again,
you
it's
if you take out the humanity part of it, so let me just speak without emotions. So everybody listening, just put your emotion brain to the side, okay? We're overpopulated. I feel that the Earth is overpopulated. We've reached a capacity that our natural resources cannot sustain, and so nature is fixing that. Nature is saying, and whatever you call it, if whatever you believe, nature, God, universe, earth, whatever, just it's saying now here is something to reduce the number of people that there are.
well, and I mean, it's part of the natural process, and not just in the conversation about humanity, even, in forming equilibrium in general, that systems will adapt. And I struggle. It appears to me, that a lot of people believe, and I think we should have an episode about the nature of this, but that humans aren't special, that we're still part of the system, right? And if the system is going to err on the side of equilibrium, and that's always going to be the direction that the system is going, that it will be adjusted. That said, going back to your point, I've kind of adjusted my thinking on this, because a lot of people have made a lot of good points. And I think that the overpopulation side, in my opinion now, has less to do with natural resources and more to do with how we are desiring to live those lives in very populous city
Overconsumption.
centers and the
Yeah.
concentration of the populace. Because there's a lot of land.
Yes.
You can look at Nevada. Granted, let's just call Nevada absolutely uninhabitable because it is. But there's all of that land here, all of that land in Wyoming, all that land in Montana, and there is room for people, not to justify it because I don't know, but
Yeah, to spread
yeah,
out.
that the more we concentrate, and to your point again, we've seen the worst come, and I mean it's all reasonable, logical sense that we see the worst places hit are the dense, populous city centers like New York.
Of course. Yeah. And Stephen makes a good point that hospitals are breaking nature. So I think it's a balance. And it's not just that we're extending lives, because I guess you know what, we might not be having more kids because they used to have kids. Somebody look that up. But they used to have kids to take care of the
Yeah.
farm. But then a lot of those kids would die and they would die early.
Wait, is it overpopulation due to overconsumption or overconsumption due to overpopulation there, Kyle?
Yes. Just say yes, Kyle. Say yes.
Is this a quote from Christmas Carol?
I
Decrease
think
the
it
surplus
is.
population. Oh, all
Yeah,
right. So
I think
I
it
guess I'm a
is.
Scrooge, and you're a Scrooge,
Yep.
and we're all Scrooge. Hey,
I just think that I don't think you're right. I think you're right. It's possible that we may not have an overpopulation problem if we live differently.
yeah,
If we didn't congregate and if we didn't overconsume. There might not be the same issues. And then maybe you wouldn't, I don't know, eat bats at a fair or
whoa,
something.
whoa, 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 whoa,
I don't know if I'm allowed to say that.
wow. All right, all right. The conductor has fucked up, and the train has gone way off the rails now. Some accusatory business coming out.
Maybe they were
Excuse me.
fried. You know they fry everything now. Twinkies,
Oh God.
Snickers, bats.
Well, I mean, now that Mermaids is gone, the amount of fried food in Las Vegas has gone down by 50% since they demolished Mermaids.
What?
You never been to Mermaids down on
I'm
Fremont
confused.
when it was there? That their
No.
whole thing, they had the showgirls out front, but then when you went right in the door on the left-hand side, they had these slushy alcohol bar, and they had fried Twinkies and fried Oreos, and
Oh, clearly I no.
yeah, it was down by the plaza side, so it was way far down.
I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so I'm pretty sure that was the
It's
source
only
of a lot
fried
of
food.
fried.
I think that's where we're at now.
Well, I mean, I can't
I'm
I can't
kidding.
support that. I mean,
kidding.
fried chicken is still a thing that we
I'm
fundamentally can't
kidding.
avoid in life.
Really? We fundamentally can't
Yeah.
avoid fried chicken.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's, if you look at the progression of society, like our modern society all began the first time somebody battered and fried chicken.
I couldn't tell. I was like, is he gonna go fried chicken or is he gonna
Am I going to
go
make a
serious?
reasonable point? Oh, I lost your video there for a second.
I lost your video for a second, and you keep freezing.
And you're back. Can we get confirmation? Anybody watching the stream? Is the stream jumpy? So if
Yeah, I told you things were happening.
well, you said yours was, yeah. Which
Oh,
it's
so
a
maybe it's just
so
me.
if you're having connectivity issues, we'll see you jumpy, and that's it. And then if I have connectivity issues, everything's gonna go to shit.
Yeah, Katrina, we did an episode on
That we couldn't
veganism,
release, unfortunately.
and unfortunately, the sound was bad, so we had to delete it because it was really good. That is a struggle that we'll have to talk about again.
Yeah. Now that our producer may not be a total idiot, we'll have to have that conversation again because I think it's definitely worth having.
Agreed.
Definitely worth having, and definitely a good potential approach to going forward. But still, I mean, it is worth saying that there are still environmental harms and issues with a plant-based diet as well.
Oh, yes.
I
Absolutely.
was actually having a conversation
Yeah.
with somebody about the nature of oat milk and why oat milk is a thing. And I haven't had a chance to do the research on how much water we use to grow oat
Yes.
grain.
Let me
I
know.
will. I
And
will.
also, because, like, oat milk is delicious, dude. It's delicious. He said I got interdimensional, which sounds
Oh,
fun.
yeah. That's perfect. Then that was intentional. Thanks for showing up for the content. Are animals food
Are
machines?
animals food machines?
I mean, we've been using oxen to till fields for how long in the history of humanity? Is that not what we're talking about?
that they're food machines.
Yeah, they're machines
Worst Super Bowl
to generate food.
commercial ever. Which one? We were going to talk about Super Bowl commercials, but we're out of time.
Yeah, we're definitely we didn't know if we were gonna make it through all of this. And thanks to all y'all interacting.
Yeah. Katrina says, I like bacon and kale.
That's a paradox. Oh, that's right. There was an
Oat milk
oat
is
milk
delicious.
commercial on the Super Bowl,
Oh, there was an Oatly. I actually vaguely remember that
and it
one.
was uncomfortable at best.
I don't remember the commercial exactly, but it's freaking delicious. Things like lettuce, almonds, avocados are bad due to the amount of water they consume. Yeah, but I mean, if you think moderation, everything in moderation. Don't share other YouTube videos while we're YouTubing.
Well, they still have to come here to get it, so it's fine.
Oh, that's true. I think that might be the commercial.
Yeah, and it's just the dude playing keyboard in the field. Is how it opens,
Oh.
and you just see his face. It's,
Steven said, choose your favorite commercial and act it out.
oh God. Well, considering my
mean-
favorite, what was so? Let's just hit on it real quick. Did you have one? Did you have?
No. I remember the Edward Scissorhands one though. That's the only one
It
I
was
can
a fun
act out.
one.
Because he's like,
It was a fun one. If I had a bag of Cheetos, I could do mine. Well, technically, I think my favorite was the State Farm, and having Drake show up in a State Farm commercial, I was rolling. And with the heart shaved in his head, and then the actual Jake from State Farm telling him to like back off, good stuff. Just overall.
yeah. I didn't notice the heart at first.
Oh, really? That's the
But,
that's like the first thing my eyes focused to.
Yeah, Drake from State Farm. Yeah. I even
What
like
are you
the
wearing?
double from Mahomes. The double from Mahomes was hilarious too. When they're like, he's like, look at
Oh,
mine.
Paul Rudd. And just Paul Rudd is there in an uncomfortably patterned hoodie. Like everything. I don't know whose idea that was. They've been getting crazy with the Aaron Rodgers, Pat Mahomes stuff.
Yeah.
And I wish he had been in the game instead of in the commercial.
Did I do a heart?
Yeah.
Just as
Yeah,
what-
do it.
what's that called? As a homage. Is what's that word? A homage?
Sure.
Homage to the worst
To
Super Bowl
the
ever.
Drake- yeah. Well, I don't know if it was the worst Super Bowl ever. That's high competition.
That's
One
true.
thing before we move on real quick, the Cheetos Shaggy commercial. So, I don't know if you saw it, but it was Ashton Kutcher and Mila Kunis, and Mila Kunis had the general principle, the premise is that Mila Kunis has been eating all of Ashton Kutcher's Cheetos, and he was doing the words to the song "It Wasn't Me,"
Oh.
and he's like, "Yeah, I even caught you in the shower," and he pulls it open, and she's in the shower eating Cheetos, and then Shaggy rolls out and just rolls on with the song. In a vacuum, this was a great commercial, right? And it's a wonderful idea, but I think that this is Geico's fault for their tag team commercial. That they brought tag team back for what is arguably the best commercial I've seen in the last 5 years.
Tag team back again. Oh,
Yeah, no, French vanilla Rocky Road, chocolate peanut butter cookie dough, scoop. There it is.
oh yeah.
Have you
yeah,
not
yeah.
seen it? Have you seen the commercial?
I
And
don't
everybody's
think
having
so.
a good time. Oh my God. Oh, watch that commercial. It is the most wonderful execution of television in
Geico,
30
dude, the
seconds.
people who make Geico commercials are on
Check it out
point.
right here. Yeah. Yeah, one of my favorite commercials of all time is still Dikembe Mutombo blocking shots when he's running through and the little kid's trying to put the cereal in the grocery cart and he slaps it out of his hand and you get
Yeah,
not in my house. It was good
they're on
stuff.
point, dude.
Geico knows what's up. Their
Yeah,
marketing team excels. Also,
true
not
that.
not a consumer of Geico insurance. So I
Oh,
don't
either am I.
100% know if it's
No, wait,
working.
I do have Geico.
That's
I just go with whoever's cheapest, but I think I have Geico right now.
so you took 15 minutes and you say 15% or more.
Yes,
Hashtag
exactly.
not an ad, not a sponsor. Though if Geico's listening, hit us up.
Can be. It can be. Oh,
So
I crack us up.
I guess we're at the point where and we're kind of up in the air about this as far as next week episode being on essential oils and making sure we get our guest back in. We have some alternatives. We've got kind of a bunch of plans up in the air. Obviously, Steven would prefer it if we did essential oils next week so he can get all of his energy out.
Well, I'm hoping. I haven't got a total confirmation, but that is the plan, Stan.
Okay, so tentative. We're doing oils next week. We have some plans for after that. We might get into a series of episodes. It may not be in a row, but a series of episodes on religion and philosophy.
Spirituality.
Yeah. If anybody wants to get involved in that, give us questions and stuff that you might have. We'd appreciate it, just to make sure that we cover all the bases because of our
Or if you know
obvious
people
privilege.
of certain religions that are willing to come on.
Yeah, that would be great to provide some diversity.
So
and
far,
everything
we have an
else.
atheist.
An atheist, and I have some potential plans for trying to get somebody to discuss Stoicism.
Oh, I don't even know what that is, so I'm excited.
Oh, it's the ancient Greek philosophies of controlling your emotions, and it's Marcus Aurelius. Look into it, the whole thing. It's good stuff.
Ooh,
Not without. I don't want
that
to
sounds fun.
dive too much in.
Yeah. Don't tell me too much so I can be surprised. So
Yeah.
I can be like, ah.
Yeah, but I have somebody who's super into it, so I haven't hit him up yet because we've been kind of deep on guests at this point,
Yeah.
which is good. It's a good problem to have. But thanks for joining us. Please like, subscribe, comment. Make sure you hit the bell down below so you always know when we're live. Follow us on Facebook and let us know what you guys think. And please give us questions. If you have any questions for our guests coming up on Essential Oils, let us know because we can only think of what we can think of. And we'd love to have it be a more diverse show. And either way, we'd love to see you then.
That was deep.
Yeah.
We can only think of what we can think
Oh,
of.
shit.
That's a shirt right there. That was deep.
Yes. All right. Good night.